Hey guys, this is Smooth King 2000 back with another reaction video for the day. And I uploaded, if you want to see my last video, check my channel to see the last video I uploaded. Now I'm going to be reacting 8 disturbing WWE Raw moments that you totally don't remember. Let's get it.
WWE Raw has been running for over 23 years, and during that time has seen some very disturbing moments. A lot of these have become infamous for good and for bad. Moments like Hawk falling from the Titantron, Undertaker crucifying Steve Austin, Katie Vick and Mae Young giving birth to a hand are weird, but you've heard them so many times. They're indelible parts of wrestling lore. Here is a handful of unsettling Raw moments that you might have forgotten, or at the very least will wish you had. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 8 disturbing Raw moments you totally don't remember. Number 8, Eugene gets shaved. So we've talked about Eugene before and how playing the whole mentally impaired thing for laughs was a bit tricky. But hey, say this about Eugene, most of the time he came out on top and he was never too mistreated by those evil baddies. He was just a guy having fun, right? Well, except for this time. It was in the lead up to WrestleMania 23 in the Battle of the Billionaires, where either Vince McMahon or future presidential candidate Donald Trump would have to be shaved bald.
And if I see that today, I'd be saying, what the hell?
He booked Happy Eugene in a match with Umaga after being distracted by the barber's pole before the match because he's got special needs. The poor guy was absolutely crushed, and then in storyline, a disabled person was strapped, crying into a barber's chair, and while he was choked, he had his head forcibly cut and shaved. WWE are now in a charitable partnership with the Special Olympics, and does that partnership include free haircuts? Number 7, Mickie gets Trish a present. Most of us remember the Mickie James-Trish storyline. Mickie James is in love with Trish, becoming an obsessive stalker fan like Adam Pacitti is for Kevin Federline. Seriously, dude loves K-Fed, always has Playing with Fire on in the office. It's a classic. But do you remember this weird bit from the March 20th, 2006 episode of Raw? Mickie took to the ring with a giant wrapped present, a no hard feelings gift, and inside was Trish's friend Ashley, bound and gagged with a broken leg. It was super weird, but full credit to James, she sold the crap out of it, and it actually ended up being good disturbing rather than bad disturbing. The segment ending with Mickie, blood streaming from her nose, planting a kiss on unconscious Trish Stratus. Fun fact, the next month before their match at Backlash, Trish returned the favour by kidnapping Mickie's ex-boyfriend Jack. A Jack in a box. Oh. Number 6, Trish offers up Christie. So it turns out Hall of Famer Trish Stratus is really messed up. On the April 25th, 2005 episode of Raw emanating from Birmingham, good old England, God save our gracious, etc., Viscera and Trish Stratus went on a date. Viscera was going through his world's largest love machine phase and was full 10 out of 10 sex pest throughout, arriving for a date with this roll of condoms. That is a whole lot of f***ing there.
Pause this for a second. Any guy would do that. I know some of you guys be like, hell yeah, y'all would do Trish Stratus if y'all my wrestling fans. But this motherfucker, no way. He can't touch Trish. Fuck no.
Now, Big Daddy V was a creep, absolutely no doubt about it, but dang it if Trish Stratus didn't manage to one-up him in the appalling department. Instead of him having sex with her, Trish Stratus suggested, and these are her words, I can take that Christy Hemme and just knock her out, and you can just, I don't know, do whatever. Hey, cool, Trish. Hey, cool, that's rape you're talking about there. Number 5, Patterson and Briscoe, dirty old men, aka Bad Touch the Match. Patterson and Briscoe are no stranger to humiliating themselves for arguing pleasure as Mr. Madman's bumbling stooges. Well, on January 18th, 1999, they went from harmless oaths to sex pests in a comedy handicap match against China. Normally the man-on-women matches make us cringe a little bit, but China had just so much physical presence that her duking it out with the guys never really felt unacceptable. What's a little unacceptable is what happened near the end. After Briscoe throws a handful of powder in China's eyes, an excellent tactic that I've been known to use to effective and handsome success, then while the ninth wonder of the world was flailing blind, both men took the opportunity to fondle her. The men each have a go grabbing her bum, and then, just to make us all extra awkward, they have a little play with her boobies. Just a little wobble on her boobs. Thankfully, she then absolutely destroys the two handsy perverts, but still... Number 4, Eric Bischoff, Lady Killer. Hooray for a hat-trick of unwanted sexual advances. Yay! On the 18th of August 2003, Eric Bischoff, who used to be my hero before he betrayed me Wyatt, broke into Vincent Linda's house, their actual mansion in Greenwich, to further his feud with Shane McMahon going into SummerSlam. There he found Linda McMahon, who was just coming off a neck injury, held her hands behind her back, remarked that she was a, quote, rather big-breasted beauty, and then he kissed her before demanding he show her the bedroom. Vince McMahon produced that segment. He was in the room while the man who ran WCW against him kissed his wife. Weird guy. Fun fact, Bischoff also forced himself on Stephanie once, so Eric Bischoff is 2 for 4 with the McMahons. And to be honest, we don't know for sure that him and Shane have never gone for dinner, split a bottle of wine and, just saw what felt right. Number 3, Diesel gets a casket. Time for some classic disturbing now and all the way back to March 18th, 1996. Diesel was all set to battle The Undertaker at WrestleMania 12. The two had a weird feud involving Diesel being dragged under the ring and then later destroying one of Taker's caskets. When this happened, Big Daddy Cool was squashing famous jobber Barry Horowitz when Paul Bearer rolled a coffin down to the ring. After the match, Diesel opened the casket to find himself a wax model of his body and face covered in creepy plastic. That is actually still genuinely unsettling, more so than Jack the Jobber's laugh, and that is saying something. I hate you, Jack, I hate you. Number 2, Dennis Knight gets sacrificed. Oh, Undertaker, you creepy little sausage, you pad-toed Charles Manson, what do you like? Taker did a lot of up stuff during his Ministry of Darkness run, as we mentioned, crucifying Stone Cold Steve Austin, kidnapping a bunch of women, whipping Christian with a belt, each one sexier than the last. This is definitely one of the weirdest things he did, but it's probably one of the ones talked about least. This is Dennis Knight before he digivolved into Midian, who then used the crest of exhibitionism to become Naked Midian, his ultimate form. God, Digimon was great. Now, Knight became Midian via a sacrificial ceremony on the January 11th, 1999 episode of Raw. Knight had been kidnapped by the Acolytes, kept in a dungeon, and now was being strapped to a table. Undertaker spoke in tongues, cut his own wrist, which bled into a cup. Dennis Knight then drank the Undertaker's blood, was renamed Midian, and had the ministry symbol carved into his chest. Raw was really, really, really weird in the late 90s. And number 1, Terry Runnels loses a fake baby. Hooray for awful, tasteless nonsense. January 4th, 1999. You might remember that Raw as the one where Mick Foley won his first ever WWF title to the loudest pop ever. One of the best Raw moments of all time, and about half an hour beforehand was one of the worst. Terry Runnels was part of a stable with Jacqueline called Pretty Mean Sisters, PMS, do you get it? She was kayfabe pregnant at the time. D'Lo Brown was wrestling Edge, and Terry Runnels got up on the ring steps. She got into a verbal confrontation with D'Lo Brown, and then she fell to the arena floor and started clutching her stomach and wailing as she was strapped to a gurney. Then, backstage, a doctor listened to her womb and said he couldn't hear anything. A miscarriage live on TV. That is the worst thing. Now, it later transpired that Terry was never pregnant and that she was lying about the whole thing. But at that time, on the night when Mick Foley won the title, one of the most important episodes of Raw in Raw history, fans were told that a lady had just lost her baby. And the worst part about it, that wasn't the last time that WWE did a miscarriage storyline. In a more famously horrible angle in 2004, Lita got pregnant by Kane and then lost her baby, and this time they pretended like the miscarriage was real. What a company. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.
I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. But they missed a couple. They missed a couple. That Muhammad Hassan terrorist thing. Was it SmackDown or Raw? I don't know. Anyway, if you liked the video, subscribe, like, share, favorite. If you did not, then I don't know what to tell you. Peace. Smooth King out.